When I start talking about Trump, I get too flustered in my head.
He'll just gas his plane up and fly around till the bombing stops.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity.
So ladies and gentlemen, as we get older, we're supposed to become more wise, more mature, more experienced, and less of a snowflake. That's the supposed trend, right? Unless you're, of course, Eminem. I never thought I'd be sat here in my 20s saying Eminem has pretty much or is on the road to becoming everything his younger self would laugh at in a song. It's crazy, right? You know, there was a time in life where Eminem was considered one of the most outrageous rappers. Rappers out there would be scared to diss him, but even now at this point, I feel like I should step on the mic and have a go because that's how emotional this man has become. And Eminem has always been one to comment on politicians within his songs, throw jabs at them from Bill Clinton, George Bush. He did, however, like Barack Obama, so that's all you really need to know about that one. But I've never seen a politician fill this man with so much rage and anger than Donald Trump. For those of you that haven't seen this, look how emotional he gets over this man. Take a watch.
When I start talking about Trump, I get too flustered in my head, and the shit that I want to say, there's too many things I want to say at once. I'm not able to convey the message the right way because I just get flustered and frustrated. If you're talking about his core being, you know, a majority white middle class, what I don't understand is how in the do you feel like you relate to a billionaire who has never known struggle his entire life? Let's say you're going to the rallies or whatever. You watch him on TV, you hear him talking this shit. There's part of me that understands, like, all right, he's somehow still got them because he's brainwashing them into thinking that something great is gonna happen. I don't know, man. I get really flustered when I talk about it.
Apparently, this is the very same guy who, again, around 10-15 years ago, used to say the most outrageous things, yet here he is in a chair almost crying over Donald Trump. And this isn't the only time he's mentioned him. In the 2017 BET Hip Hop Awards, he did a freestyle where he came out with probably one of the most cringiest lines you'll ever hear. And it's aged pretty well, if I'm going to be honest. Take a listen.
But we better give Obama props, cause what we got in office now's a kamikaze that'll probably cause a nuclear holocaust. And while the drama pops and he waits for shit to quiet down, he'll just gas his plane up and fly around till the bombing stops.
Yeah, so we know the narrative was Trump at the time was supposed to send the world into World War III. The world was supposed to be set on fire, and according to Eminem, he'd fly around in his jet until the bombs stopped dropping. Yet here we are in 2023, and World War III has never looked more likely. And oh, who's the president? Not Trump, Joe Biden. It's funny how things work, isn't it? And talking of Joe Biden, it seems like Eminem may have voted for Joe Biden during the 2020 election. According to the Rolling Stone, again, how they've fallen, Eminem lends Lose Yourself to new Joe Biden campaign ad. Eminem has allowed Joe Biden's presidential campaign to use his 8-mile classic Lose Yourself in a new ad released Monday, November 2nd, the day before the 2020 elections. The 45-second spot, One Opportunity, pulls its title from the song's lyrics and pairs it with Lose Yourself with a black and white montage that features people going to vote, as well as some of the footage from a recent Biden Valley in Eminem's home state of Michigan. The clip ends with the message, vote. Eminem shared the spot on Twitter writing, "One opportunity, #vote. Now this is actually very interesting because you've all seen the title and thumbnail of this video, and I'm sure most of you have seen the news surrounding this, but Eminem lent Lose Yourself to Joe Biden. Apparently they had one shot to vote, and it's safe to say 3.5 years later they certainly landed that shot straight into what it means to be American and replaced it with something completely different. But it seems like another politician has now left Eminem seething, frustrated, angry and emotional because he has now sent a cease and desist letter to probably one of the most fearful and scary GOP presidential candidates you'll ever find, Vivek Ramaswamy. 99.9% of the time I've seen this man laughing and smiling. Apparently he's a really nice guy. I know questions surrounding his authenticity still remain, but Eminem has sent this cease and desist letter because Vivek has gone viral for rapping a few of Eminem's songs on stage. For those of you that haven't seen any of the clips, take a watch.
The clock's run out, time's up, over, plow, snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity, oh, there goes gravity. So mad, but he won't give up, daddy, he don't.
And apparently that has annoyed Eminem so much, the cease and desist letter was sent. When you put it into perspective, Eminem is more concerned over this man rapping his songs than who he endorsed to become the next president of the United States of America. That's kind of embarrassing, right? But the Daily Mail go on to report, exclusive, Eminem sends Vivek Ramaswamy a cease and desist letter demanding he stop rapping his music on the campaign trail. The real Slim Shady has stood up and has told 2024 Republican presidential hopeful Vivek Ramaswamy to stand down and stop rapping to his tunes on the campaign trail. The rapper Eminem reached out to the music licensor BMI and asked them that Ramaswamy's campaign's license to use his music be revoked, according to a letter obtained by the DailyMail.com. In a letter dated August 23rd, a representative for BMI informed the campaign's lawyer that the label had received communications from Marshall B. Mathers III, professionally known as Eminem, objecting to the Vivek Ramaswamy campaign's use of Eminem's musical compositions, in brackets the Eminem works, and requesting that BMI remove all Eminem's works from the agreement. The correspondence goes on to say that this letter serves as a notice that the Eminem works are excluded from the agreement effective immediately. BMI will consider any performance of the Eminem works by the Vivek 2024 campaign from this date forward to be a material breach of the agreement for which BMI reserves all rights and remedies with respect thereto, the letter read. Ramaswamy had performed Eminem's Lose Yourself 11 days before the letter was sent at the Iowa State Fair, entertaining an early morning crowd gathered to hear him speak alongside Iowa's Republican Governor Kim Reynolds. Reynolds had asked the 38-year-old biotech entrepreneur to name his favorite walkout song. Ramaswamy had happily answered Eminem's Lose Yourself, and that campaign moment has clearly offended Eminem so much. The man that used to offend people all of his career is now the one getting offended. It's sad to see Eminem go down this route. You know, it seems like he doesn't understand his demographic, his audience any longer, and is just pandering to the people who are always trying to cancel him. So, you know, the big bad wolf, so to speak, is now concerned with all the sheep. How the tables have turned. However, Vivek did also respond to this cease and desist letter article on X with the following post. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? He didn't just say what I think he did he? At Eminem. At least he's got some humor about it. I personally think Vivek should come out and do a diss track on Eminem and everybody should get behind it. But it's just a little bit of harmless fun. Just somebody singing, rapping one of your most famous songs ever. It's starting to seem like Eminem has turned into that grouchy old grandpa that starts shouting at the kid on the street, stop playing football, be quiet, go in, nobody wants to hear you playing, etc., etc. Just let people live a little bit, you know, you've only got one shot, right? But what is your opinions on this, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think Eminem is getting softer in his old age? I would like to know, what are your thoughts on Vivek Ramaswamy? Will you be voting for him? Do you think he's a good candidate? I'd also like to know your opinions on him. If you have enjoyed today's video, then please for me also make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that big red subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Share this video, but until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace. You gotta lose yourself in the moment.